I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We lose together. We rise, we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We win, we lose together. We rise, we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We win, we lose together. We rise, we fall together. Together we overcome. Together we can be stopped. Konitile koro oladara. We will reach those goals we set together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We will lose together. We rise, we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. For Chelsea, okay. We lose together. Together we win. We rise, we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We will lose together. Together we can be strong. We rise, we fall together.
Done it again, haven't I? Yeah, there we go. Right, big up everybody that's locked in. Hit the like button, subscribe, all of that crap. We're back for another match preview. Big London derby tomorrow. You could argue the biggest derby in London. If you're shameless. But big up to everybody that's in here. Fulham versus Chelsea. We're going to touch on a little bit of news on Oshimen. Fabrizio tweet on Andre Santos, and other than that, we're just going to be talking about Fulham versus Chelsea. Big up Bertram, so add me to the group chat, brother. I think somebody's blocked you. I don't know who. I'll try and find out, but yeah, I can't add you back in. Someone's blocked you, and yeah, I don't know who it is, but we'll figure it out. If they're nice enough to unblock you, we'll add you back. But yeah. Big up, love for the donation. If you want a link, just DM me until we get this sorted. But yeah, big up my guy. Bro, everyone who wants to check out the tune, the link is in the description. Big up to Gabenga every single time. Big up to Ryan saying we lost, but yesterday showed me we are title contenders. See, at least you're not crying about it. Actually, no, I say that. I don't blame Liverpool fans for raging about the way they lost that game because the refereeing was atrocious. It's just Liverpool fans don't ride out for us, so I'm not riding out for Liverpool. It is what it is. You're going to have to hold that still. But yeah, I don't blame you for being annoyed. I don't think it's excuses or anything on that front. Like, that's one of the worst refereeing performances I've ever seen in my life. Big up to Ryan, though. Yeah, we got the stream group chat just for the streamers, isn't it? That's just got to be Jim. Well, check it. If you can see him, if you can see his account, then it's not him. But have a look. Have a look. Big up to DK saying 2-0 Chelsea tomorrow. James twerking for Madrid, shaking my head. Where did that happen? Where did that happen? I have to check that out. Big up to Danish Maldini. Says Kalma Merchant, but he's sub for another month. Love for the love as always. Every stream you hear, my guy. So I always appreciate the love, my guy. And if you're ever at Chelsea, give me a shout. Give me a shout because we need to link up properly. James twerking for Madrid. Big up to Jez as well. Big up, my guy. What's Rhys James been saying? Have I just missed something or what? All I see is pictures of him at the women's game. He commented under Kepa and Jude's Instagram. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Let me try and find it, but I bet it's a whole load of nothing. Okay, well, I've seen the Bellingham one. He just says player, and is that a wand emoji? I think that's a wand emoji. That's not deep. Who's the other one? Kepa. Ex-players. It's just players he's played with. He plays with Jude Bellingham for England, and he's played with Kepa for Chelsea. It's nothing. It's nothing. And anyway, the guy is here for 6 years. One of the last players I'm going to be concerned about in terms of whether they're going to be staying or leaving, it's Rhys James. I'm not worried. DK says, our fans not that deep. Mount arrest him. Well, you comparing it to if they were on the Mount's tweets? I'm confused. I'm very confused. I don't think it's that deep anyway. If we compare it to Mount had a year left of his contract. Well, he was getting to a year left. James had already re-signed. So it's like, I don't care. You can stay under their comments all you want. Like, you're not leaving unless we get a very, very favorable offer for you. It's the same energy of Enzo. That's why whenever I hear any comments about, oh, Enzo might be unhappy at Chelsea, Enzo might want to leave Chelsea, good luck. Try leave Chelsea. You man have given up the best part of your 20s to this football club. You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. So I ain't worried. How do I get Chelsea tickets? Almost impossible from the website. Have you got a membership? First off, that's your best bet. Get a Chelsea membership. Then, yeah, the VWR is just a little bit long. I hate the VWR with a burning passion. Burning passion. And for a member, it's so hard to get tickets. Like, I'm lucky that I saved up enough loyalty points on my last season as a junior, and then I got an adult season ticket. Because getting tickets as a member is long. It is fucking long. Especially with the size of our stadium. It's long. You could go StubHub and like all the other third-party ones, but you're going to pay 3 or 4 times the price. And it's not even really that legit. Your best bet is just know people who go to games. And then they can let you know if they have any spares. Because at the very least, if they know, they're going to give it to you at face value. Most fans aren't going to try and hike the price up for other Chelsea fans. And if you are, you're a dickhead. Straight up. So if it's not a Chelsea membership, you need to start getting to know some guys who go to games. The easiest way to get tickets is to just know people. As hard as it is. What else? I can't lie, I'm starting to think Chelsea in a better state than Man United. Well, we always have been. We always have been. The problem's only been on the pitch with Chelsea. I've been saying that for the longest. Everyone likes to run this whole narrative that Chelsea are fucked from top to bottom. We're really not. Our problem is it's just not clicking on the pitch. That's it. If we had got results in very favourable fixtures, nobody would be talking about all Chelsea's in a mess. Like we're being run terribly, Bowley out, get everybody out. No. It's only because the results on the pitch aren't there. And the reason for that, I've said in the last few games, was the coaching. But still not Poch out. Still just Poched out. Just Poched out. What was it? Thoughts on Havertz yesterday? Big up to the Make-A-Wish kid. I'm glad to see you got a goal finally, even though it literally just got handed on a silver platter. Imagine going from being one of the biggest wonder kids in world football to literally being handed a penalty just so you can finally get a fucking goal because you can't do anything without it literally being put on a silver plate to you. And when it is on a silver plate, you still miss half the time. I don't care. It's sad. It's sad. But whatever. Don't kill me. They gave him play. No way. Let me find this out. Because I watched that game as well. He was mid. Like he weren't even great. He weren't as shit as he usually is, but like he weren't great. He was losing the ball a couple of times. His fouls weren't. His tackles didn't have any impact on them or anything. They were weak. No way they actually gave him player of the match. Wow. And it's not even like the Premier League thing. No. Arsenal did that. Sad organization. Where the fuck is my background? There it is. Sad organization. You know what? You get one of these.
Shame.
Dickheads. Player of the match, that it's a sympathy vote. The penalty was a sympathy penalty. I said, look at the replies. Yeah, you know what? Let's get it back up. Let's look at the replies. One sec. Where was it? I said, well deserved. Trying to force a 90 million signing. No one believes this shit. Fixture treatment. Yeah, you know, maybe that's a good name for him. Fixture. That actually works. We're just getting started. Well, Beast has always been a troll. 65 million well spent. There's a new chant as well. Kai Havertz scores again. When was the second goal for it to be again? Never even heard of that one. But yeah, let's get away from talking about this giraffe. Let's get into the game a little bit. Atmosphere at the stadium so bad. So often. Need to get some tickets for ultras. The stadium feels silent most of the time. How does it feel? I always say, like, if the football's good on the pitch, the fans are going to be active. Liverpool, the atmosphere was brilliant because we were coming into a new Chelsea team. Everybody was a bit more optimistic. Everyone was excited. The atmosphere was good. It's only been because of the run of performances that we've had that the atmosphere has tanked again. I keep saying, just play good football, score some fucking goals, and I promise you the atmosphere will be better. I promise you. Just do your job on the pitch a little bit, and it would help. It would help. Oh, of course Liga called it out. He was probably sick to his stomach seeing that. But yeah, like the football on the pitch hasn't done a lot to raise the atmosphere, and that's the biggest problem for me. How do you set up the defense for tomorrow? I feel like Colwell's going to go back into left back. Only because of the Malo Gusto suspension. That means that we're probably going to have to play Cucurella on the right side again. Silva is going to go straight back into the lineup. So you're probably going to see Colwell get shifted back onto the left. I actually think Cucurella could do a good job, though, at right back again. If Willian sticks to his tendencies of cutting inside all the time, having someone who's left-footed on the right might actually help. You keep them on their stronger foot. He's probably going to be a lot more comfortable cutting inside. Like, that's fine. I'm on my strong foot. Usually it's harder for the right back to deal with cutting inside because it puts you onto your weaker foot and you're already at a disadvantage because you're reacting. Low-key think it might help us out a little bit. But I'd expect Colwell to go back to left back. I'd expect Cucurella to stay at right back. And I think it's going to be Thiago Silva and Disassi back in the back two together. Sterling at false 9. Lewis, I'm a bit worried. I'm not. A little bit. I'm not even going to lie, a little bit. It's more because of the fact that we don't have Nicholas Jackson more than Sterling as a false 9. I think if Cole Palmer stays in the 10, and this is very key, Cole Palmer has to fucking start. Do not put Conor Gallagher in the lineup again. There is literally no reason for it. Let's not even do this shit. Let's not do it. So, yeah, if we have Cole Palmer, I'll feel more comfortable. But I don't think Broja starts. I don't think he starts. He barely got... What minute did he come on in the Carabao Cup game? Let me have a look. Because I think he came on late. And if he came on late, I'd assume that he still isn't that ready to play a full 90. Let me find out. Yeah, he came on in the 87th minute. Fucking hell. 87. Yeah, you're probably not going to see him start. You're probably not going to see him start. And if a guy's not ready to play a full 90, he shouldn't start. He shouldn't start. Because if you think he's good enough to start, then you're going to weaken the team when you take him off. So what's the point in doing that? So it'll need to be Sterling false 9. Washington is not going to play. Washington can't even get Carabao Cup minutes. So respectfully, you'd be lucky to even see him off the bench. And I don't know what he's going to bring to us anyway. Big up to Washington, but I need to see you play some games so I can get an idea of what you're good at, personally. So I can't even ask for Washington to start. It's going to have to be Sterling. But it can't be Sterling and Gallagher. Like, that's ridiculous. Enzo, Caicedo, Palmer, it's not hard. It's really not that hard. Although I know you guys are saying in the comments, we're going to fucking see Gallagher back in the lineup, and it's going to kill everything, and it's annoying. It's all dead. Big up DK saying Galadog left back, we will be there no matter what. Boy. I don't even know whether that would be a good thing or not. Would that be better than him in midfield? Probably not. Probably not. Big up to Ant, though. I did see Ant in the comment section and didn't get to his comment. I lost it. Where is it? Championship is a proper laugh. You'll love it next year. We will not be there. Let's not even run this shit. Big up, though. Get yourselves back up to the Premier League ASAP. Good away day. Really good away day. There was another one. What else everyone saying? All you plastic fans need to get used to Gallagher playing. Either you support it and get used to it, or don't watch. But that's the same mentality that tells me you probably supported Mount and Havertz while they dragged this football club to 12th. Why am I going to support decisions I don't agree with? I am not a follower. I am not a sheep. I am not a Labrador. I'm not Conor Gallagher. How about Conor Gallagher get some technical ability? How about you learn to take on a man? How about you learn to get a passing range? Right now, all he's learned to do is tackle. So no, I don't want Gallagher playing. I will watch because I'm a Chelsea fan and not a Conor Gallagher fan. But don't mean I have to like it. Don't mean I have to like it. Bro, what has Gallagher done wrong? All he does is run around and he offers nothing else. Like, seriously, how are we still having this debate? That Liverpool game really just gassed everybody to death. Because the guy still can't pass. The guy still loses possession for fun. He looks clueless, shaky, and unconfident in himself when he's in possession. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Yeah, I think Casady was on the bench in the last match. I think he was on the bench. Hey, we shouldn't criticize anything. But hey, if we shouldn't criticize anything, then I hope you're not Bowley out, Teals. Hope you're not Bowley out. We should have sold Gallagher and kept Santos, but did the opposite. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if only Nottingham Forest wanted Gallagher, that would have made things a bit easier. Andre Santos is not going to get a minute of game time at that football club. It's not Chelsea's fault either, because I've seen a lot of people try and blame the board for this. How were we meant to know that they were going to sign 3 midfielders on deadline day? The whole point of them going in for Andre Santos was that they needed midfielders. Then they go and they get Santos, and they go and get another 3 more. That's not our fault. But we need to try and find a way to cut this loan in January, because this is just going to kill his development. He's not going to get a sniff of game time. I think he's like 8th choice midfielder. He's probably lower in the pecking order at Forest than he would have been here. Like, in hindsight, it looks like a terrible move. Hindsight. Man's saying I got a mad agenda against English players. This always happens. Like, I'm just going to be real about it. It always happens when it's the white English players. When it's the white English players, they'll say I have an English agenda. But then when I prop up... No, nearly made the Jester's mistake with Maatson. Thank the Lord. When I prop up fucking Colwell or Rhys James or Madueke, no one wants to say anything. Nobody wants to say anything. So, yeah. I don't get it. Actually, no, I do get it. They want to run this whole fucking anti-English narrative. Sure thing, mate. Sure thing. Enzo ain't been Enzo either, but we move. Are we going to debate that Conor Gallagher is better than Enzo Fernandez? Is this really what we're going to do? This is really what we're going to do? We're better than that. We're better than that. Exactly, it's bullshit. These men just want to run the anti-English narrative when I go after their favourite players. I have never once said a bad word about Madueke. Gone at Sterling a few times, won't lie. Colwell, never said anything. Worst I've probably said is don't re-sign him if you don't want to be here. That's about it. But when it's chill, oh, you hate the English. When it's Mount, you hate England. You man want to be victims so bad, it stinks. It stinks. What else? No, we didn't. We can't read into the future now, can we? They did. They went for 3 midfielders in literal deadline day. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Let's be honest now, most English players are mid. Well, most of the ones that we have. And Lewis Hall, exactly. So you can't even run the anti-white BS with me. I'm not even listening to that. I spent the whole last 3 months of the season saying Lewis Hall is our best left back. Gallagher has been more consistent than Enzo. You're smoking crack, my friend. You're smoking crack. Ridiculous. The only consistent thing about Conor Gallagher is he consistently doesn't improve in anything. That's it. And in fact, yeah, Enzo's being pushed out of position for fucking Gallagher. I keep talking about this. A £215 million pivot that we don't play together, and it's all just to put this guy in the lineup. For fucking what, man? It's dead. It is dead. Loads of my mates are Forest fans, and none of them were talking about signing. Thank you, Ant. Perfect. Puts all of that BS into the mud. So thank you. Just say you don't like Gallagher. And I don't rate Gallagher. It's not a hate. Just don't rate him. Like, I wish he was a good player. He's got the perfect story that I would love to invest in and be like, oh, he's a Chelsea fan who's come all the way up the academy, loves the club. Now he's our captain. I'm here for the story, but he's shit. So I don't care about the story. It's not my fault he's not a good football player. It's not my fault. Anything else on the Fulham game? Broja, I don't think starts. Cole Palmer has to start. Just win. We talk about fucking dominating London and running London. We can't even handle our own block right now. We haven't won our last 5 West London derbies against Brentford or Fulham. Both sides finished above us last season. Both sides already above us in the table. We have to win. Already, forget the table, even though that does count. I want to win for the table. I want to win for the points. But I want to win for fucking pride. Win a West London derby. This shit used to be... We used to not even talk about West London derbies. To be like, yup, another win against Fulham. Cool. It used to just be pest control. Like, let's turn it around. Let's start getting some victories. We're still capable of it, in spite of the injuries. It all just depends on the way we set up. I need Enzo, Caicedo, Palmer midfield. I need Gallagher benched. Sterling's going to have to play false 9. Wouldn't mind Palmer. Yeah, Palmer definitely has to start. Hopefully Madueke maybe gets some minutes on the right, or Ian Matson. But yeah, we are capable of beating Fulham. 100% capable of beating Fulham. What danger men do they have? So they got Castagna and Robinson at fullback, decent fullbacks. Pellegrini at the back. Had 2 clean sheets in their last 2 league games. And the last time we played them, they cooked us at the Bridge. We were lucky. We were lucky that it ended 0-0. It was another game, to be fair. Chances could have helped us, but you have fucking Kai Havertz missing everything as per usual. But after the first 20 minutes, we were getting battered. We were lucky to escape that game with a draw. So I already know nobody's underestimating Fulham, but it's going to be a hard game. It's going to be a very difficult game. Let's just try and play with some confidence. Let's keep making chances and let's take our chances. And let's not go into defensive mode in the second half. Try to fucking win the game for a full 90. That would be nice. That would be really nice. Couple more super chats. Big up to Mel saying, Gala is a bimbo Barbie. Let's be honest. Fucking hell. Man said he's Barbie. Let's be honest. He's got good work rate, but no intelligence. I agree. But I disagree that fans are dull because Chelsea are playing mid. We got to be the 12th man and not be so reactionary. It's easier to say that when you're not there, brother. Like, when you're going into the game, you're hyped up initially. There's a couple chants and all of that. But if the players aren't playing well, you start becoming nervous. Again, I feel like the nervousness has an impact on you. You start being more tense. You're not really chanting as much. You just become a bit more focused on the game. It impacts the fans. It genuinely does. As someone who's gone to games weekly, when Chelsea are playing well, the atmosphere is 10 times better. When Chelsea aren't playing as well at home, the atmosphere gets a lot more tense. It's just natural. It happens with all grounds. In England, at least. Now, we can talk about how different it is in other countries, but English football culture is different to other countries. Some other countries, you can bring alcohol into your seat and everything. And I feel like if you do that, you'd be a bit more relaxed as a result. That would be one little factor. Some grounds, you're allowed to smoke. That's another thing that could impact things. But yeah, I agree to a point on the 12th man note, but consistent poor performances will impact. Well, it's big up to Harris as well, saying can't wait for the January transfer window. Imagine Gallagher at the false 9. I'm good. He gets into good goal scoring positions. I'll give him that. But his finishing ain't there. He's missed a lot of chances for us in the last couple of games. A big up, appreciate the love as well. The road to 40k continues. I deeped as well a few streams ago that we might make 40k before Chelsea makes 40 points. And, oh boy, it's a little bit bittersweet. Cenac, I'm with you. Just win. Go defensive if we're winning the game. I don't care past that. But it's when we're drawing. Like, what are we doing? Fuck this protect the point bollocks. Attack the game. Win the game. Simple as. I've just seen your replies earlier. No way the Premier League only allows sponsors to be black or white. I didn't believe it initially, but when you think about it, has there been any clubs that have had font in different colors to black or white? Let me know, but like I can't recall any. When I think about it, they're all in literally black or white, so I kind of see it. Has Sterling been successful as a false nine? I think they did it for a while at City, but that was in the 2021 season, so we'll have to see. Pretty sure Leicester have. No. Maybe the badge, but not the font. Like the logo, I think can be different colors, but the font has to be black or white. Swansea. Which one did they have? Remember, it's got to be the font, not the logo. Oh, shit. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Their logo was like light blue and orange. Oh, fucking hell, man. Yeah, that is bollocks then. Yeah, it's bullshit. I was going to say maybe the Leicester one was... Maybe the Swansea one was a new rule and they could do it back then. But yeah, Tottenham, they got a fucking red one. So it's bullshit. It's bullshit. I actually believe that as well. It seemed like it made sense. But okay, fair enough. It's bullshit. Cool. Big up Vaddy saying, why did Lamps and now Poch obsess over Gallagher? Work rate. They're work rate merchants. Why do you think Poch wanted to keep Mount and Havertz? He would have had that Bermuda Triangle starting every single fucking game. It's mad. Was there any other news? I did see a couple Oshimen links. Chelsea preparing to explore a January deal for Victor Oshimen as Pochettino is desperate to land a striker in the January transfer window. Same vibes as Tony. Cool. Although this one, I think, is even less likely. Like, Napoli will be contending for Serie A. They'll be in the Champions League. Why are they going to get rid of one of, if not their best player in mid-season? It's not going to happen. Regardless of all the issues that are happening off the pitch, with the TikTok situation and all of that, they're not going to get rid of him. They're not going to get rid of him. Maybe in the summer when he has a year left, cool. I could see him go then. But as of now, he ain't going in January. He ain't going in January. We'll see what happens, but you can try. I just think you're going to be wasting your own time. Good luck negotiating with Napoli on that one. We already know how hard they are to negotiate with already. What else? I said Tony going Arsenal. I don't think it's cut and dry they'll go to Arsenal. We need to just get results before January. Get results now, because this fixture list that's coming up after the international break, it is not pretty. It is not pretty at all. Do you have a feeling? Yes, sadly, I think it will be this again. I think Cole Palmer will be benched. Although Poch did say something, he did hint at him starting in the press conference. What was his quote? I'm so happy with Cole Palmer's performance. After only a few weeks with us, he was able to perform very well. For sure, he has a possibility to start on Monday. So he's hinting at it, which I don't blame him for not confirming, but he should start. He's looked too good to be sitting on the bench now. Any other quotes here? It was a really important victory against Brighton, not only because that victory puts us into the next round, the Carabao Cup, but to build our trust and for our confidence. Totally agree. Totally agree. Another solid performance which you translate into a victory which the players need, the team needs, and the fans also need. The effort was fantastic from the team. The situation can make us stronger and make us confident for Monday. All right, cool. Not reading anything that I'm annoyed about in the press conference. Feels like a first. We're making a step forward with Poch. Let's go. So on Madueke, what did he say? This video we were talking about that it's a thing you need to avoid. all of the players need to know that when you're a player of Chelsea, you need to avoid these things. It wasn't a big issue, but we need to avoid these types of situations. He's recovering from the national team, and we will see if he's fit. It sounds like he's just hinting at it just looking bad, if anything. Which, again, I rate. He's saying it's not a big deal, which it isn't. It's just been blown out of proportion by the media. And I feel like from Poch's stance, he just sounds like he's more annoyed that it was put out there because of the impact that it's had and like all the media speculation and everything, and it's just being used as an extra stick to beat Poch with. I get that. I get that side of things. So, yeah, it sounds like he's handled the press conference really well. Nice. Really nice. Big up DK saying skills, Kai scored, me timed them out for 24 hours. Fucking hell, man. Hey, no Havertz prop. No Havertz prop over here. We already know. We already know what it is. But yeah, I don't really see anything bad in this press conference, which is nice. Which is really positive. Let's hope we get a win so things can stay positive. I'm on Chilwell. I think it's bad news. The doctor told me it's not a good thing. It's a bad injury, but we need to assess in the next few days, and we'll see the period he's going to be out the squad and the team. We are really sad. Fair enough. Like, I understand that from a manager's perspective. Get well soon. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Cool. Any other comments? Calm. No, calm. Right, we're going to send the link out. Sending the link out. While we do this, as always, super chat for a guarantee a comment gets read out. We're going to do the away kit giveaway at the Fulham review. I've been too hungover today to set anything up. So I've got time tomorrow. I'll set up the lottery, and after the Fulham game, we'll do a review and we'll sort all of that. I don't think we're going to be live tomorrow evening, though, because I've got to be on A-listers at midnight. Plus, Big Six is on around 10. I don't really feel like rushing. I might just go to the pub and have a pint or two, and we'll just chop up the review the next day. Unless I leave early. And I never leave early, but we'd have to be 4 or 5-0 down for that to happen. Big up to Steve. Yeah, no worries, brother. I'll send you the link out. Oh, another one. He timed another one out, didn't he? Guys, you got to learn the rules. 24-hour timeouts for Havertz Pro. We don't do that over here. We don't do that. Right, let me get this link sent out. Cool. That's everyone. Right. Yes, guys. What are we saying? What are we saying? Oh, Scott's just finishing off a call. No worries, brother. No worries. Jay, what are you telling me, bro? You all good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How about you?
Yeah, looking forward to tomorrow, although I'm cautiously optimistic.
No, yeah.
Only optimistic because it's a fucking West London derby and we should be winning this shit. And we can't be getting scared of Fulham. Can't be.
No, 100%, man. 100%. Yeah, you never know with this team. And of course, Even teams, who are doing bad, they'll turn up for derbies. So yeah, Fulham always has been turning up for the last, like you mentioned in your preview, like they always the last 5 meetings, we haven't even beat them or even Brentford. So let's turn up. It's a derby at the end of the day. Just do it for pride, like you said. Just win.
Well, a man said Vince tweet. What's this? Chelsea are keeping close tabs on Brighton breakout star Simon Adingra.
Oh my
The
God.
club's recruitment team are watching the forward 21 years old at close quarters after being impressed by his start to a new season. Fucking hell.
Damn. Holy shit. He
Don't know the legitimacy of this source, but
he just
great.
That's the thing.
Clay Dino's already said it, for fuck's sakes, another toddler. Hey, we don't know whether to believe this or not. Like,
yeah.
Never heard of this source in my life.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, now you know what? Monitoring isn't even that deep. It's not even that deep.
Yeah, and they just
we shouldn't even overhype. Oh no, they're keeping tabs on somebody. They probably keep tabs on like how many players.
Yeah.
How many players?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, keep monitoring him. I don't care. I don't care. We'll see how he's like over the rest of the season. I'm not gonna get gassed over a couple games being like, hey, you see this guy, yeah? Watch him. He's gonna be a baller. I don't know. We'll see what he's like at the end of the season, and then maybe we'll make a decision on if he's worth it or not. As of right now, I don't care. A big up to Maldini for bringing it up. It's always good to chop up news in general, regardless of how we feel about it. But yeah, I don't think this is anything to stress about. If you're going to be annoyed that we're literally monitoring players, like this is basic responsibilities of scouting. You monitor players. That's it.
Yeah,
there's nothing else to it.
They don't need to report that. Yeah, exactly. But
reporting's fine. It's just, oh, why are we looking at this guy? Oh, it's another youth player.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's no need for
Don't
that. Yeah. But let's just win tomorrow. I mean, that's the biggest thing. We have to get those 3 points, and before our hard run from after the international break. So let's get some 3 points now.
I'll be very confident if we just do the right lineup. That's all it has to be. Just Cole Palmer, Enzo, Caicedo. You give me one of Maatsen or Madueke on the right, Mudryk on the left, Sterling false 9. Yeah. Cucurella, Colwill, Disassi, Silva, I guess. That's going to be the back four, regardless of whether we like it or not. Make it work. That we can do something with that lineup. We can go and get a win.
No, 100%. We can. And do you guys think that Cucurella is going to start again at right back? You just don't know.
He should start. He shouldn't start at right back.
Right. Yeah, because Chil was out.
We should not be starting our only fit left back at right back and then playing a centre back at left back. That's the genuine stupidest thing. If that actually happens,
I'll
just laugh. I will just laugh.
It probably is going to be what happens because the other option is Disassi and Silva on the right hand side, which is just going to slow everything. Which is going to be so slow in transition, or you're going to have Caicedo and we probably weaken the midfield, and Gallagher gets shoehorned into it.
That's gonna be
what happens. That's gonna be how Gallagher gets in the team.
The way I look at it, right, you're gonna have a downgrade at any position, like when it comes to the right back, anywhere else, right? Because you're either gonna do what we just said and put a left back at right back, put a centre back at left back, and have the same centre back combination where you have to shoehorn in a 39-year-old who's past it at this point. Like he's not adding anything to this team realistically. Let's be completely honest.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to do that either way because you either have Disassi at right back or Colwill at left back and then Cucurella as the other fullback, or you have to put Caicedo at right back and have either Gallagher or Ugochukwu. And I'll be honest, I prefer that option, I think. I prefer the option where you have Caicedo at right back rather than the option of having Silva in, as weird as that sounds.
Right.
I just think he slows us down too much. I don't think he's adding anything. He doesn't add anything to this team. And it's weird to say because of how great he's been the last couple of seasons, but he doesn't add anything in the team. The game against Brighton confirmed that to me.
Yeah, it's just a position we were going to be with Thiago Silva sooner or later. Where it's like, big up, you've been great and everything, but yeah, you gotta go, bro.
the problem is like we're now suffering. We're suffering because of the way we fucked up last season. Like last season should have been the season where we started to phase him out, and to the point where this season he was a bench option, but we didn't do that last season for like the right reasons. Like we shouldn't have done. He was our best player. Like, he was definitely our best centre back, arguably our best player. But that's because obviously the Koulibaly signing was terrible. I don't think that. Who else did we have? I can't remember who else we had centre back that season. Like we had Chalobah, but no one ever saw him as like a number one. I can't even remember who else had that season.
I mean, I just think he's so persistent with Silva as well as Colwell at left back that Cucurella actually might play right back again this game. But we just don't know him that well yet. We just don't know how Poch is going to do things, because this is his first season. So let's see. I mean, I really think that Silva will start because he just likes him there. And, it might be Disasi at right back, and then Silva and Colwell center, and then left. So
if you have to put a centre back at fullback, I'd rather have Disasi at fullback than Colwell.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%. I think he's better going forward. He was better going forward that game.
Oh, Lukaku scored apparently.
Yeah, he just scored against Frosinone.
I'll tell you what, if they he's scoring a lot for them at the moment.
Yeah, he's actually scoring.
If he carries this up, if they somehow manage to find the money, then I wouldn't be surprised if he stays permanently.
Yeah,
I think you're going to see that whole Tammy swap deal try and come through again.
Oh, bro! If they do that,
and the maddest thing is, we'd probably be that desperate we take it.
I don't think
that's a dead signing.
I agree. I'm not here for it at all, man. There's such a sideways step. If anything, compared to Lukaku, is probably a step backwards. But
I'll be real. It's a downgrade. Like you can say what you want about Lukaku. He's a proven goal scorer. Is Lukaku? He's he has so many issues about his game. He's a proven goal scorer. Tammy has issues with his game and is not a proven goal scorer at the level we need him to be. I'll say that much. He's scored goals, but he scored goals consistently in the Championship. Had one season in the Prem where he scored like a decent amount of goals. I don't think he scored that many.
I hate to be that guy with Tammy, but I gotta be real about it. It was a nice little 7-game purple patch at the start of the season, and then he did next to nothing from November onwards that season.
Also, we forget this is post ACL Tammy Abraham.
Yeah.
Oh, brother. Yeah.
It's not even pre-ACL. This is post-ACL.
Brother, he's gonna be worse than when he was here the first time. Fuck.
I think if we get a striker in January, that won't happen. I just feel like we need to get Tony or Oshimen in January for sure. And then that's why we'll just sell Lukaku.
They're banking everything on getting Tony in January. Oshimen's straight unrealistic. It's not happening. He's not leaving in January.
Maybe it's
Tony.
Maybe
we're putting it all out there that we could get him, that we have to get him in January. But there's going to be other clubs interested.
Yeah,
I think, but that's what you have to do though. Like this, but the argument I'd then make is what's the backup option? Like we say, this is the only option we've got. Cool. Say we go after someone else. Who's the backup option?
Unfortunately,
I think the backup option for you guys should be like a Jonathan David. That would be a guy.
But the thing I'd argue, I like David.
They said Santiago Jimenez.
Yes, at Feyenoord. I like him a lot. That would be
that's the not a proven commodity. So this is my point. Is whoever you then go after is not going to be a proven commodity. So you're going to be in the same situation as you are with Jackson. Also, the people I see mentioning Sesko. So you want us to go from a 23-year-old or 22-year-old striker to an 18, 19-year-old striker.
19-year-old, yeah.
Like what? I'm talking about we want experience. This is where I don't quite understand the fan base, and I don't understand people keep saying experience, and then go, we want Sesko. Cool, that makes no sense. There are
I just want a striker when you're really deep, but they don't care about experience.
I agree.
Can you goals?
I agree. I just it just
you just gotta call it what it is.
Yeah. I just think they are banking on getting Tony, and I think they are going to do everything they can to get him. And at the end of the day, it may just come down to who he chooses. And if you do everything you can, if you offer the money, if you offer the contract, if you do everything you can to try and get him, and he just chooses another club, there's not much you can do about that.
Yeah, that's out of our control. It's just getting annoying now that every year we have to go through this fucking process of buying a striker. No one works out for us. It's so annoying. Every year, then first Drew, then Lukaku, then Aubameyang, then it was Tammy in the middle of that. We just need to get a set striker that we were set for years.
It's so weird because like Newcastle have sucked ass at certain points, but we'd always have a striker.
Right.
Always.
Yeah, it's completely opposite. Yeah.
Like somehow, like,
We
even
always have a
even
striker, just not a good one.
huh?
Yeah.
We'd always have a striker. They just wouldn't be good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're not. They just don't work out.
You always had like a decent striker, always.
Yeah, and
Much.
now again, you guys do it. Isak's a beast.
Oh,
He's such a player,
he's
man.
great.
Tony will bet on himself to bag at Arsenal, but he'll bet on himself to be in a much better position and in a much better squad at the likes of Arsenal or at potentially Liverpool if they were to come in for him. Actually, no, Liverpool don't have to come in for him. They got enough forwards.
No, they play.
It is realistically just Arsenal and Chelsea.
Yeah,
When you think about it.
Right now.
But also, again, it comes down to as well, like,
Unless God forbid Tottenham pipe up.
but like we're talking about an Arsenal team that I don't. Did they, apart from Trossard, did they make any other signings last January?
Yeah, Jorginho.
And I think Kivior.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So they signed those three for like, and they were struggling like at times to get funds for certain players, and like they weren't spending money. We've seen that that Chelsea will spend. When it comes to a money thing, I think we can outspend them. I think we will outspend them. It just comes down to
you will definitely.
It just comes down to the preference.
Like, the only way I'm worried is if Arsenal are willing to spend that money on, him.
Yeah.
That's the only way I'm worried, and I'm not fully convinced they are.
Yeah.
Nah, I think with the João Felix and Mudryk, no, not the João Felix one. Yeah, with the Felix and Mudryk situation, shows that they have a limit, and they won't go above that. I don't know if we do. I think we're willing to push past that.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So actually, I do feel a bit more confident now. Actually, now you mention it,
it just comes down to the preference of the player. But I think there's also a risk because they spent 65 on Havertz, so they might spend 10 more than that to get Tony. 75. They might push for that. That's my only issue because if they're in a title race, they're for sure gonna push for that. And I
don't think they'll put too much, but yeah, that Havertz thing does blow everything out of proportion because it never made any sense.
Right. But it's like I said, last season they were in a title race. They were top of the league, and their signings were Jorginho, was Kivior, and was Trossard, who they never played. Trossard, who was a sub. They never played. And that's the thing is so I'm not convinced that even if they are in a title race that they're gonna go and get something.
That's true. I mean, they might. I'm just saying they might change their methods.
Also, if there are, I hesitate to say this, but if there are any Arsenal fans in the comments, the David Raya signing, or if anyone can Arsenal this anyway, the David Raya signing, was that a loan because of FFP, or did they just do that as a loan because they could?
Yeah, cool. I think it was a $3 million loan with a $30 million option or obligation to buy.
If that's the case, then they don't have to fucking. If they're struggling, they can't do a permanent option for Raya. If that's the case, I'm saying if people are saying it is. Cool. So how are they getting 60-70 million for? How's that happening?
No, I didn't know that, and also I didn't know.
Well, Melina's saying it's a loan. That the loan reason was so they could save Tony in January.
How does that work?
Because Tony couldn't be transferred in the summer because I was banned from all football-related activities, so I couldn't go anywhere in the summer. You can go in January, but not in the summer.
Are they still under those FFP regulations though? Because they got a loan, regardless. I didn't know Raya was a loan. I thought they bought him.
Damn. No, they was a loan.
Oh,
so theoretically, he could go back to. He won't, but he could go back to Brentford next season. Actually, no, he can't. His contract ends next summer.
Wait, I think an obligation to buy, right?
Something. I could be wrong about that.
He's got a year left.
I think he's got a year left or 2 years left. It either runs out next summer or the summer after.
If it's a year left, then why the fuck is there even an option or obligation?
I don't know. That's why I had to think about that. They might have renewed his contract.
It's 2 years. Let me check on transfer market. Let me check.
I'm not mistaken.
2 years.
2 years left.
Cool.
That makes more sense.
3 years. Okay.
Huh.
Well, I don't know. I feel like we can outprice Arsenal out of the move, but
you are more willing to spend. Definitely, I would probably.
Oh, Raya renewed apparently, according to Maldini.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, and Andrew.
I'm gonna be completely honest as well. I'm not worried in general. Because if Tony turns us down, then there's two reasons for that. Number one, it's because Arsenal offered the same money we would, which if that's the case, like, what can you do in that situation unless you're just willing to bid higher? Or it's also because he sees the Arsenal, like, project, quote unquote, as better as ours. And if that's the case, that'll be because of where our standing is at the time. And I'll be honest, if that's the case of where our standing is at the time, that speaks more on the fact of where the team is at. And that just speaks to how shit we're doing, I think. Like, if we can just improve, like, if we just improve and do what we're meant to do and get up to, let's just say, like, in the top 10, let's just get to top 8 between now and January, which could be feasible. Like,
there's a chance, yeah. There's a chance. Regardless, we're going to be in a race, though, for sure.
A mod put me in timeout. She didn't even do Havertz prop. Come on, guys.
By the way,
don't go after Megger.
Who in the hell was doing Havertz prop early?
Come on, man.
Yeah. Some Arsenal fans are doing Havertz prop early, and they got timed out for 24 hours. Here's why. Havertz prop is allowed. But yeah, like, we don't discriminate against football clubs, even though, like, Arsenal fans.
I'm not gonna lie.
We ain't gonna time you out just for being
discriminate against James Charles lovers, bro. Or Havertz, sorry.
I'm not gonna lie. Havertz is starting to get the Harry Maguire treatment slowly. Like, he's getting memed and stuff a lot more nowadays. Like,
bro, they're treating him like a Make-A-Wish kid, bro.
That too.
Sucks ass.
It's crazy.
That was the only way it could have been worse. They literally held his hand while he was on the penalty spot, and now you kick the ball. And you need to put some power behind it. I know it's hard.
Oh my
fucking hell, bro.
I saw the 007 memes. That's why he did. He's like, fuck it. Actually, Odegaard gave it to him, right? So, no.
You know, this isn't accurate because we scored against Brighton. So
yeah, so it's the same amount as Havertz.
He scored as many.
Many.
That speaks more about.
And actually, no, I'm counting the offside goal because that was bullshit. We've scored more. We scored more.
Sure.
So I said they're treating Havertz like special needs kids. Hey, someone said it. Someone said it.
Make a wish, man. Make a
wish. It wasn't me, but I agree with that person.
His wish is 10 league goals for the first time.
He make a wish for.
Dude, he ain't scoring the rest.
Make a wish, Vert.
No. I don't think Havertz will score on the rest of the season.
My man said, make
a wish. I don't want to say it because I know Havertz's goal against Arsenal, Chelsea is coming. I know it's coming.
I don't think.
If that fucker celebrates, oh my god, dude.
I won't even blame him. I'm gonna boo the fuck out of him all game, and if our crowd doesn't do that, I'm gonna call them all cucks.
Oh no, they'll for sure boo him.
I don't blame him.
I just don't think you should celebrate against a team that you want them the Champions League. Just have some little bit.
No, you should. You should celebrate. You're not an employee of them no more. You're not an employee of them no more.
I mean, it's football. I just feel like there's more there's still a little bit of loyalty left.
There's no loyalty. No.
No. I just
deeped
it. DK's gonna time her out for that. Oh fuck.
Oh dear. Oh Neil.
She fell into the trap.
Oh Jesus.
Oh no.
I just can't wait to move it back
out. I hope it was just a timeout.
Fuck it out.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. I DK, we got another one. Get him gone.
Jesus,
no, this is
man,
just 2021 prop as well. No, Rid.
Why?
It's coming up to 2024, by the way.
Can I ask a question? And this isn't just aimed in terms of Havertz. This is aimed in general. Why do our fan base feel the need to like prop ex-players, like dog shit ex-players as well, for no reason? Like, why?
No, I don't know. They just have a.
It's not like we're sat here propping Drogba.
To be honest.
But no, like we're not sat here propping like Drogba. We're not sat here propping, like I don't know, like Lampard. We're not sat here propping. We're sat here propping Havertz. And you see people the other day propping Mount, and you see a few people propping Werner. These players were dog shit. Why are you propping these guys? It's like me propping Morata all of a sudden. Like, why? Did they do anything? No. Then why do I give a fuck? Are they here now? No. Like,
right.
And this snake does.
Do you want to know why? Because it's the same thing. You invest stocks in a player, so when they ball out or if they start realizing the potential, you can act like you've got brilliant ball knowledge because you saw it years before everybody else. Oh, I invested stocks in him.
Yeah,
that's it. There's a difference between wishing a player well and propping him, by the way, because I wished every Mount, apart from Havertz, Mount, Gallagher when he leaves in Kepa, I've wished every player that's left Chelsea in the summer, like, well, whether it's Pulisic, Ziyech, whoever. I wish them well. I'm not going to actively. Ziyech scored a couple of weeks ago, and I'm clowning Ziyad because it's funny. I'm not propping Ziyech for scoring. I'm glad he's doing well. I'm not sat here going, "Oh, Ziyech is scoring. Yeah, get in there," and all this shit. I don't care. Like, good for him. I don't give a fuck about what he's doing though, because it's not Chelsea.
The only player that used to play for Newcastle that's even worthy of propping, anyways. Well, there's two. Is Mikel Merino at Real Sociedad and Ivan Toney. That's about it.
Mikel Merino played for Newcastle. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, Ivan Toney was at Newcastle. Same time as Mitrovic. And what's the other?
He was on loan every year, right? No,
Joselu, I believe Joselu, Ivan Toney, Venezuela, Solomon Rondon, and Mitrovic were all in the championship or the 17-18.
Let's have mistimed out for 48 hours. That's insane.
What the fuck?
Not that long in future, DK. Big up for the donation, though. But yeah, not 48 hours. Fuck.
You can do that? That's crazy. What the fuck?
Yeah,
you do that?
That's a pure lockout.
Fucking prison sentence.
A big up for the donation, anyway. Big up to Miss Melina if she is still watching. Big up as well.
I mean, yeah, Scott, I'm not propping Havertz.
Yeah, Melina's
and he's gonna be shipped to Arsenal. I just feel like he should not celebrate. I wouldn't celebrate if I was him, but you know, I don't think he will. He'll probably celebrate. But yeah,
I don't care.
Who cares?
I don't care.
There's always a sign of respect between, you know, like something that you
I don't give a shit
over a big moment. Big moment.
Fuck Kai Havertz.
No, he's shit for sure. He's shit. I wanted him.
No, just fuck him. I don't care.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck it.
It's like it's not even worth it, really, to even have the conversation about him. He's just like so ass, and everybody can see now. Like everyone is just seeing what we're seeing. We were seeing for the last 3 years, and now it's like in front of the rest of London because now Arsenal fans and Tottenham fans and everyone didn't want to believe us how shit he was, but here we are.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, it turns out Chelsea fans aren't just sad haters. So we actually knew a little bit about the players we watch every week.
He's in a different spotlight, and so everyone he's getting exposed even harder.
Yeah, it's just another spotlight for him to get exposed in.
Yeah.
So it's not even worth my. He's not even worth my breath, to be honest. The guy, he's just
Come on, Field.
You could put the donkey picture up if you want to, Lewis. Like that's pretty much all we have to say about him. Like,
I think I lost the donkey video picture. We do have this. Have this.
Ew.
That's all you're gonna hear at the bridge. Right, let's get the lineups up.
Coming in 3 weeks, huh? Let's go.
Yeah, the game's in 3 weeks.
It's gonna fly.
3 weeks to turn this form around, otherwise we're getting fucked.
Yeah, some confidence going.
There you go.
all right.
So I guess we assume Sanchez is gonna start.
Yes.
Yep.
Without a doubt.
Sanchez. The big question, the right back.
Let's
it's
start
still
up top. Let's start up top and go
I'd
down.
say we can probably start up top with the rest of it. It's going to be Sterling. I don't want it to be, but it's going to
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just out of necessity at this
I
point.
want it to be Broya so bad, but it's not gonna be.
No, that's the wrong lineup. There we go.
Hopefully, Palmer.
Do we Palmer or do we think this guy's going to put Gallagher back?
No, he's
I'm gonna say Palmer. The way the quotes came out, I'm gonna say Palmer.
No, I know.
You know deep down it's gonna be Gallagher. And
I was gonna say I already know the lineup he's gonna do because he's gonna put Palmer on the right. That's what he's gonna do.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah. That would actually. But you know what? That actually kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Does it?
Because I think he played his best football for Man City. Not that he played like a bazillion games there, or even in general. He did his best. He glided with the ball. He was doing his best.
Why is it so obvious that we don't need to play Enzo there though? Like it's just so obvious.
Yeah.
There's a way. The thing is, it's annoying because like there's a way you can play him in the 10 and it makes sense, but the way he's going and playing at the moment is annoying. It just doesn't make sense at all. Especially when we saw with Palmer that he can play there and it works. Like I'm hoping that he's seen the light, like he did with Chilwell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hopefully soon.
I'm hoping that like I'm hoping that the way that Palmer played. This is just like my hope. I'm just hoping the way that Palmer plays, it like forces him to play Broja tomorrow, like, and have Sterling play on the right. Like that's what's just like the only thing that I'm hoping in the end is like he saw how well Palmer played, so he's gonna force Sterling into the team because he didn't play in midweek, and then play Sterling on the right because Palmer played well in the middle.
Oh my
Okay.
god!
That's just the hope, really.
Ability.
Yeah.
That would be the best possible scenario. But yeah.
The issue I have with, depending on how we could line up, I'm thinking of a potential issue. If we line up how I think we're going to line up, we've got no width coming from any of our players apart from maybe Mudryk.
Yeah, because Palmer's going to want to come inside.
Yeah, and Disassi is probably going to play right back, who's not a right back. Fuck.
So
Yeah.
they can
Or
be
the
a
Cucurella
right
still
side,
wouldn't give you any width
everybody
from
on
that
the left
position.
side.
Oh damn.
Yeah, if anything, Cucurella would invert.
Yeah, and even if he wouldn't invert, he's not as comfortable getting forward as Chilwell is. So he's probably less like we saw it a couple of times against Brighton, but like it wasn't consistent.
It's just
So, yeah,
in
like-
the end, it's like, does the guy need to force Gallagher into the team like every single week? Like that's what it just feels like. He's just like, it's just like if you take out that one player, this whole entire system, he's forced to play Enzo where he's supposed to play, and he's forced to play Palmer where he's supposed to play. Like it's like if we take him out, like why? Like if we take this one player out, personally, our problems positionally will be fixed. But it's just like he has to have that one player in, and then he has to move everybody around him just so he could play in that position. And it's just sad, to be honest.
It's so sad, yeah. Well, I can't see it. Honestly, he can even play Gallagher at the 10. He's not even doing that. And make it Enzo and Casado in the pivot. He's not even doing that. So it's getting
that would make sense. But, yeah,
That'll make a bit more sense, but instead we're gonna have this.
we're gonna have Dogman.
But like you said, he saw the light with Chilwell. Hopefully, he sees the light with Gallagher soon. Let's see.
Cucurella left back.
You think it'll be him on the left or on the right?
Ooh.
Depends if Silva.
Probably
It's going to
the
be
left.
Cucurella left back because he's not going to play Maatsen at left back. Let's just be real.
And, like,
but I mean, he could play. I mean, it could
I
be.
thought it'd be
it could be-
Colwell left back.
Yeah,
I
it
think
could
like-
be Colwell.
Oh, left center back. And then Silva and then Disassi.
So Colwell in. So
And it's
No, Colwell left center back.
really, you
but
can
I don't know.
put him anywhere you want. It's going to be those four.
To be fair, he did against when Gusto got sent off. He did shift it when Chilwell came on, and Chilwell went to left back, and then we all shifted over. So it's not impossible to see him starting Cucurella at left back. The thing I just have is, like I said earlier, that like it makes no sense to me. I don't care how well he played at right back midweek. He's a left back, and he can play as well as he did on left back. It makes no sense to me to play our only fit left back at right back and play a centre back at left back. That makes no sense. Like that. That's
So how
I-
long
I-
is Gusto out for this game as well? as the next
this
as well?
game and the next game. It's this game and then the Burnley game.
back for Arsenal.
Well, he won't be playing against Arsenal supposedly. Rhys will be back by then.
But I don't think Rhys is
supposedly.
going to start. Rhys might not
I hope-
start.
I
Hey,
hope
this
Reece
guy
is
thinks
probably-
this is the lineup that we want to see.
Bro,
This is
none of
not
us
the
want
lineup
this.
we want to see.
That's hilarious that you.
Bro,
Yeah,
like,
bro,
you-
it's
have
a
you-
problem.
Yeah, this is a
We're
lineup.
not.
We're just gonna put out we put Gallagher in this team. You think we want Gallagher in this team? You think we want Sterling at false 9?
Fuck no.
Like, none of us
want this.
All
It's
right,
a prediction.
I wish
do
Broja
it
had more
again.
minutes. man. I
Do
wish
the
Broja
whole
had more
thing
minutes.
again. Do the whole thing again. Lewis, do a brand new one. Just keep that one as like a saved one.
All right,
Like
calm.
duplicate that.
1 second.
I will say on the formation in general, regardless of what formation we play, I'm actually fairly confident about the game tomorrow. Because
Yeah.
Fulham, the one thing I can say and I say this now, and this is going to come back to haunt me, and I'm going to get clipped.
No,
but
don't
fuck
say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
No, do you know what, Joey? Fuck it. If it comes back to haunt me and I get clipped, I get clipped. Fulham can't score. Like this Fulham team without Mitrovic, they just can't score at the moment.
Yeah.
So defensively speaking, I have faith in us. It's whether we can create enough chances and score with the space we're going to get and things like that. Like I actually have confidence in us defensively and to keep a clean sheet in this game.
I do too.
Like,
I would too.
So you have what we think Potts is going to do, right? Now we're going to do what we think we should be doing.
Oh,
okay?
Fantastic!
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
All right. So up at the striker with who we have, Broja is who can start.
100%. Yeah, it should be.
Obviously, it should be Broja. Okay, so if you want to put Broja up at the top, Lewis.
Oh yeah.
And then we're gonna have Mudryk, Palmer, Sterling. Personally, I guess would be.
I'm with you.
That would be mine as well,
for sure.
And then Caicedo, Enzo, because that's what we all, as Chelsea fans, hope. We haven't even seen that.
I actually disagree on that. I'd have Enzo and Leslie.
Enzo,
you have Caicedo right back.
I would have Caicedo right back. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not opposed to that.
That's fine too.
Because also as well, the thing you get with Leslie is if Enzo wants to step up a bit more, you get the defensive security because Leslie likes staying back. Because like with Caicedo, because the thing I noticed with the Caicedo and a couple people I saw notice is with Caicedo, he likes to drift and likes to go box to box, almost like Kante used to do. I'm not saying he's as good as Kante before people try and clip me for that nonsense. But he does that thing. He likes to drift.
Kante, though, I think.
But he likes to drift and whatnot. So having someone who wants to sit a bit more might work with Enzo as well. Just give him a bit more freedom. And then the rest of the back three should be what we saw.
Would y'all play Madueke or in Sterling?
Steve, I was just about to say that. I would put Madueke instead of Sterling. I was just about to say that actually.
Yeah. But do you think
I mean,
I understand where you guys are coming from personally, and I'm not like opposed to that. Really, like I'm not opposed to anybody. You could put Mats in there, and I'm not opposed to it.
Right.
But it's just like we didn't see Sterling during midweek, so I'm just kind of assuming
he's gonna for sure start. Yeah.
Also, the Madueke thing, he hasn't played, and I'm just a bit unsure about like where everything is at with him. Like he's someone I'd like to see come off the bench,
right,
and like be involved. I don't think he's going to play regardless, but I'd like to.
Yeah, I don't think he'll play at all. I don't even know if he'll make the
squad.
You should just loan. You know what y'all should do? Y'all should just loan him back to PSV because it's like what fucking game time is he gonna get?
We can't.
He just seems far behind the 8 ball.
We can't loan anybody anywhere to outside of England.
Oh,
we have too many outside loans already.
That's the reason I'm like we didn't loan out Washington apparently as well.
And Andre Santos ended up going to Nottingham Forest and not like a Porto.
And that was a fantastic loan.
Oh
yeah, well, I'm not.
He played a minute for them.
He played in the cup and has since then spent 99 minutes on the bench.
Jesus,
word.
He's like that. I think
I think Caicedo is the closest thing to Kante that you're gonna see around. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like I just think he's as close as to Kante as like the style of player as you're gonna get, really.
Probably.
I actually like this team, by the way. Like this just looks better, and it looks like there are people in their actual position, and it makes sense. Bar Caicedo, and even that you can rationalize that in your heads. Like you can rationalize that because like he's played right back before. He locked up Martinelli and was it Rashford, I think. And you can do some things with him where like he could maybe invert into midfield if you wanted, like give you that like 3 at the back, 2 in midfield kind of shape that Pep and stuff like that wants to do. But he's also comfortable getting forward where he can support and attack. So like it just makes sense. Like it just makes sense. And then you go back and look at what Poch is probably going to do, and it makes no fucking sense.
This is we win more games.
If we played these players and you can rotate the wingers. Now that Carney's back, you could rotate Palmer and into the wing and put Carney back in there if you want to. But like to me, if you don't at least give Broya 60 minutes of game time tomorrow, it's like, what are we doing, dude?
Yeah. I'll be real. He's probably not getting. He's probably not getting more than 30 minutes tomorrow. The fact he's played in a state in out of 180 minutes, not including injury time, he's played like 20 minutes.
I know.
He should have played more against Brighton, but
he should have been. No, I don't agree with that. But like because Nick wasn't gonna play like in the next game, so like it just made sense to play him. It just made sense to play him that way, like play Nick as long as you
right.
And then
I just thought that the wrist was also like, it wasn't bothering him, but he could be recovering from that too. So might as well put Broja in. It was his time, in my opinion.
Yeah, but bro, it's a wrist injury. It's like the last thing you worry about as a footballer.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
True,
like
yeah.
if you actually look at, I think Nkunku's wrist is like permanently injured, bro, because the guy never not wears like a cast around his wrist. Like he's always wearing a cast around one of his wrists.
Shit. No, I've seen it. I thought it was just fun. Oh shit.
Yeah, like I think that shit's permanently injured or some shit because like
Wait,
I've never seen that. Bro, I've never seen him play a game over like the last 2.5 years where he doesn't wear the wrist guard.
Cast thingy, yeah.
Like he like wears like a wrist cast almost, bro. And like I remember at one point it was like a full cast. He had like a full cast. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah. Right. Okay, then yeah, it's not an issue. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I feel like Broja also to get minutes back. He should have played more than just 5 minutes. Could have played a little bit more, but yeah, for sure Jackson use him because he's not going to play tomorrow. But yeah,
Jackson won't play. We'll probably see Sterling start. Broja off the bench for like the last 30 or something if we're lucky.
Yeah,
that'll probably be about it.
Well, but that's not how it should be, in my opinion. But
Broja, he doesn't seem like he's got any match fitness. Like we brought him on in the 87th minute, so with that in mind, like he clearly isn't ready.
He played more against Aston Villa.
You give him more minutes if that's the case, just to get him a bit of sharpness.
That's what I'm saying. At least 10, And Villa, I think he played 12, right, or 13. So
he played.
Let me check.
He came on the 77th, I think, or 78th.
No, he came on the 79th against Villa, and against Brighton it was like the 80th, I think, 81st,
87th against Brighton.
Oh, it was the 80th. Yeah, sorry, it was even later than that. Shit, I forgot about that. It was 87th.
I thought it was 85th.
Yeah. By the way, apparently Loftus-Cheek is injured for AC Milan. That sucks.
Oh, bravo.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's been balling for them.
Oh,
no. That guy just can't.
He's done it again. That is a foul. Fucking little bastard.
Yeah, he can't
Yeah,
catch straight, man. Fuck, man.
That guy, man. The worst luck. I was really.
At least he's balling out.
He looked so good in Italy, dude.
Yeah.
He just looked like he looked like it was a match.
They had the midfield depth, though. They had the midfield depth. That's where Milan were smart, though, Joey, because they've got midfield depth for days. They're still waiting on Benacer to come back, also.
They got Musa sitting on the bench playing fucking right back, bro. Like I don't know.
Yassine Adli, Musa, Reinders.
Right back.
Yeah, that Dutch kid too.
He is something else. Reinders. I think he's phenomenal. I loved him at AZ Alkmaar. Loved.
Yeah, I know. He's a good
Their
player.
scouting, the scouting they did this year, Milan did this year was very impressive. I gave them high props for the money they spent. The money they got for Tonali and the other couple of people they sold.
Yeah.
I gave them high props. I thought that they did a very, very good job scouting. A lot of young talent, a lot of good young talent.
Yeah. Adli's coming.
Chukwueze too and stuff. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Jovic too.
I mean, they had an issue at right wing, bro, for a while. It was a very
right.
It was mainly like a very, very heavy left-handed side team. Like it was like now or nothing was created.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
At one point, and now that they got Chukwueze
and
Pulisic can play there.
Pulisic's been playing there too.
Yep.
Our interest, has he actually been playing like a lot for them?
Yeah. They
Yeah,
give him time,
For
bro.
most games, right? Yeah, he scored 3 goals.
They give him time, bro. They gave him the type of time that we probably should have gave him, like every other
Yeah.
Like 60 minutes a game type of thing. Yeah.
yeah, and like every other game type of starts and like
He
you know
scored
what
the
I'm
winner
saying?
yesterday against Lazio.
Yeah.
I was pissed off.
Oh, yeah.
Good goal.
Yeah, he's starting against Newcastle, but yeah, he started every other game, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
and to be honest with you, there's not many fullbacks in Serie A that can handle his pace, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Only like a
There's
Di
probably,
Lorenzo.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's
yeah.
mainly Di Lorenzo. Like that's pretty much it that can handle his pace.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, it's perfectly for him to thrive. So yeah, let's see.
Yeah, it's we'll see. There's not like the defenders in Serie A are actually like, my opinion, some of the worst defenders in the world.
Nah,
Other than like the major teams, like the major
Right.
three. Like if you go and you look at like
I think
if
the
you-
same
other
applies
than-
to the Prem then, brother. I don't think they
no, I wouldn't say that. Look at
He's
our
bad.
squad, bro. Our squad's back in the back 14.
You name me a
and they won
Serie A team that conceded 8 this season.
That's
No.
not my point.
There you go.
I don't know. That's not my point.
It used
though.
to be a very
I just
defensive
don't-
league.
like the Italian league's defenses aren't as.
I don't
quick
think
as
that
other leagues.
I don't think they're amazing, but like I don't think that the
I don't
Premier
think that they're
League
as
mid-table defenses. I think actually I've been watching a lot more La Liga recently for whatever reason. Bro, I think they're like mid-table teams are arguably as strong as yours as the Premier Leagues. I think they're up
Wait.
there.
And
They're more
where in La
individual
Liga?
ballers, I think.
Yeah, La Liga mid-table. I think they're just as strong as
feel like mid-table
Premier League ones.
Team wise, we're Premier League is better, but I think there's more individual ballers in La Liga for sure. In those mid-table teams.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
I don't know about that, bro. I don't watch enough La Liga to actually know about that, so I'm not about to give my opinion on that.
So I don't really watch much either. Yeah, I just feel like that's the case.
Yeah, they
but
got rid of it on
honestly,
Sky
top
years
8 in
ago.
Premier League, you can't beat top 8. That top 8 is
The
insane.
Palace does not finish top 6 in La Liga. Barca, Real Madrid, Sevilla, Real
I don't
Sociedad,
like
Real
the Real
Betis,
Sociedad.
Atletico Madrid all finish ahead of Crystal Palace.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like
But I
Crystal
think
Palace got some good players.
team though. Palace is a mid-table team.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
are they?
I also think
their
Valencia
defense better than Palace's defense?
Valencia would finish above them. I think Osasuna would finish above Crystal Palace. I think that
I can see that.
maybe even a Rayo Vallecano. Prems are they're terrible. Yeah, this is another thing about this weekend, right? All these people chatting about the refs. You knew they were shit when you fucking turned on the TV, did you not? Do you have amnesia or something?
Steve says this every single week, guys. Like,
Yes.
you're twisted. He
You
says
know
this
why I
every
say
week.
it? Because it's
He
true.
says it every week, guys.
It's true. I
I'm
don't
not saying
complain
it's
about
not,
it when
bro.
things
You don't
go
gotta
against-
yell at me about it. I'm just saying. I'm not saying.
I don't complain about it when it goes against Newcastle, by the way. I don't, because I know it's a part of the game.
It's annoying.
They do it on
All right,
purpose.
bro.
They
There's
do it
all
on
right. Let me
purpose.
say this.
Controversial.
Okay. Let me say this. I haven't been on Twitter that much today.
Right.
But yesterday, like, if they want to complain about it, like, I'm not one to sit here and just say, "Oh, why are you guys complaining?" Like, I get it. Like, you guys want to complain about it. You feel like you've been done wrong. That's fair. Okay, like that's fine. But like, if you like the way, like, if you continue this throughout the entire week, just complaining about that result, that's when I have an issue, because then it's like, bro, like, everyone has these issues, bro. Like, everyone in the league has these issues. Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Like, if they're gonna send you an apology, you're gonna get an apology letter eventually sometime this week, and then you gotta move on. Like, just move on, because we don't want to hear your crying and bullshit. Like, that's just what it comes down to. Like once again, like, we had like 2-time Chelsea says the same situation. That comes up every single time. The Kukura hair pull. Like, what are
Yeah.
we talking about here, bro?
Remember last year, Crystal Palace,
What are we
Newcastle?
talking about here, dude?
I don't know if you ever
Remind
saw
me
it.
of that one.
We had it, bro, Joey. We had the game against Palace last year at St. James's Park. Willock got shoved over, and the goal didn't count in the box. He got shoved into the goal, and he got the goal, but they ruled it off a no goal. Like at that point, I was like, all right, yeah, it's a game because people. Here's the thing: people realize, the Premier League realized that nobody's going nowhere. Nobody is going nowhere. They're going to keep on watching the games, buying the merch. The money is still going in. They have no financial motivation to have a chat with the PGMOL and tell the refs to like fix up or go and get refs from abroad or whatever. Like it's a game. The part of the Premier League is the drama aspect of all this, right?
Yeah.
That's what Sky Sports say. That's what and there is a lot of drama in the games. Some of that is the play. A lot of it is the players, but then you can throw in other elements, the refs, the controversy. Controversy sells, bro. Controversy sells. That's why. So people, I don't get it. It's like, bro, these people saying we need to complain and it's like they ain't gonna listen. There are two things. I don't know why my camera's bugging. Whatever, bro. There are two things you can do as a fan. Y'all can riot, go to the PGML headquarters and burn that mofo down. I'm not saying you should, by the way. I'm just saying that is how stuff changes. That is how stuff changes. That is how stuff changes. But nobody's going to do that over refs. Nobody's going to do that over refs. So we could all collectively hold that. And yes, Howard Webb should be sacked, Fraser. I agree. But they're just going to bring in a crappier replacement.
It's crazier.
I was going to say, Howard Webb replaced a guy, replaced Mike Riley, who was equally as shit.
Exactly.
Riley was
because
awful.
that's how little.
Oh my god, Mike Riley was awful.
You know what we just need? We need a salary.
Oh my god, bro! You bringing up that?
Oh no, Lewis, they did. Did you not hear I saw something today where the guy who refereed the Liverpool game, and I think one of the assistant referees came back from UAE where they refereed a game in the UAE 2 days before. Yeah. So 2 days beforehand, they were refereeing a game in the UAE and then came back to referee that game in the Liverpool-Tottenham game. Like,
fuck, you know.
What are you doing?
The same guy on VAR that was the same referee as the Carabao Cup final where the Lukaku offside didn't get.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Also, and it like the people I see talking about VAR and whatnot, it's not VAR is not the problem. It's never been the problem.
It's a TV screen.
It's a piece of equipment. Bro. It's like using a laptop.
Yeah, it's what we have access to at home.
It's like as long as you can use it's like as long as you can use a laptop and use like a mouse, then bro, it's like it's the same fucking thing. It's the people using it can't use it, and that's the thing. It's like because I saw someone tweet this as well. It's like if you get rid of VAR, you're just gonna have a game like we had against Brighton the other night. That type of refereeing performance where it's still shit. You just haven't got VAR to like mop up the obvious shit like the goals and the stuff like that. Like,
or you just create controversy for no reason. They just create controversy, like controversial
exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like
goals.
They know they can. The Premier League is like a rock star in the 80s. They can do whatever they want, literally whatever they want, up until a certain like extreme point. We haven't hit the extreme point yet, and I don't even know what that would be. Like, those 80 rock stars, they doing heroin and they,
LSD,
girls and they doing all this crazy stuff. They'll still be able to, they'll get bailed out of jail. They'll continue to sell records. They can do whatever they want. They can do whatever they want because economically they are like, I'm untouchable. Economically, they're untouchable, the Premier League. So like,
Howard ref and later rehired him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they rehired him quietly. Most likely, that actually does make some sense. No buddies. So, like, we'll sack you. We'll wait for the heat to die down. We'll finally bring you back.
Exactly. It's because they're all mates, and it's like that's the thing, and it won't get better because the quality of refereeing is dog shit. Like when the best that you have to offer, like it says a lot, right? When the best you have to offer to send to like a big tournament is Anthony Taylor. That says a lot. He's the best you have to offer to send to a major tournament. You've got the likes of Germany sending. I can't remember what his name is. The doctor. He might have retired recently, but they had some guy.
Felix or something.
Potentially, you got Felix like the Dutch. there was a Dutch one as well. I can't remember his name. I've forgotten his name, but I remember him being really good, and he always used to use like ref the like top like games at international tournaments.
Yeah,
and like they're top referees. You'd obviously have the odd one like Mahoz, who was a nutcase. But like it like you'd
What
have
about
top
that
ref.
Italian referee with the big old eyes.
What
the bald guy.
Yeah, the ball. guy.
Oh, what's
not
his name?
Galini.
You know what they should be? You know what it should have been done
Felix
a long
Breich.
time ago.
Thank you, Max.
That's the one. That's the one.
Felix Breich.
And Bjorn Kuipers is the
You
one
know
I was
what
trying to
should have been done a
Bjorn
long time
Kuipers,
ago.
yeah.
This is the idea that I came up with when it came to referees personally. So all the referees in major Europe, in the major European areas, are all have to end up being part of like a UEFA conglomerate, okay? And the UEFA conglomerate is like the overseeing body for it. Obviously, we all know that UEFA is, if we want to put a UEFA tag on it and say that UEFA is like a corrupt system, that's fine. But basically, we need some type of system. So I'm just placing UEFA as the system. But all these refs come to are part of UEFA conglomerate, and then UEFA sets the schedule, and VAR is followed like in a central place around in Europe to follow all the European games, not just in England, but that way all these refs from different countries are being spread out into different places in Europe every single week, and that way there is no biases happening. You could spread them out across the country, and like majority of, and you should have, and with that case, you should never have a ref from the country reffing in their country. Once you're at that professional level, if you're at the professional level, like you should have that should be the case. Like there should be the fact of the matter is you shouldn't be able to referee in the country that you're from. Plain and simple. Like that's the rule. Like you're English, you're from the Great Britain area, you're not allowed to referee in England. Period.
I don't think
you get sent to Germany, Spain, France, Norway, wherever it is.
As long as they speak English, I don't see the issue why foreign refs
I'd
should.
say it'd be better to meet him halfway and just be like, you should be able to referee all across Europe, so you're never in one fixed position.
Yeah,
exactly.
And you stop this whole buddy thing that happens.
Yeah,
because if you have a bunch of referees, regardless of the country, they're all eventually going to have that same mindset because they're going to be in the same position. So you just have them constantly moving.
And like people say that it's bad in England, but it's bad across Europe. Like period. And
it's way worse. The thing is, Joe, it's way worse in the Premier League. Way worse. Way worse. But yeah, you're right. It's not perfect in the other countries. I think the Bundesliga for me does the best.
It has to be where like all the referees in Europe, every referee that's refereeing in a league that's part of the Champions League competition is put into this pot of referees, and you get professionally licensed through UEFA. So you are a UEFA referee, and every single game you are sent to a different country. Like, pay them good, make sure they get sent to a different country though every single week.
Yeah, that should be how it is. We are all in the same competition, and technically, right? Like we're all in the same competition. Like in the end, like the governing body of that competition needs to take hold of this all of the referees in all of Europe, because not for nothing, but do we really talk about referee problems in Champions League? Not really. You know what? It's funny. Anthony Taylor will try to make a bad decision, and VAR will correct him.
Yeah, you know, it's. Have you really seen bad decisions in Champions League like that?
Not
Like
really.
there hasn't been many.
No, very rarely, very rarely.
I was gonna say
Like
the best.
anybody in
speaking
the
of
Greek
I
Anthony
think
league,
there was
Taylor,
some controversy about 5 years ago in a game Juve Real Madrid. It was like a quarterfinal.
like,
I
there's-
think it might have been.
Was it the penalty?
That's because he got fouled.
They were
I think
3-0
that's
after the
got fouled
Bernabeu.
that game. So I don't even
there's
think
controversy
Think
that you
about
hear
it.
about, but the best game I can remember Anthony Taylor having was the final he ref. Was it last season? Roma and who they lost to? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Roma Sevilla.
Yeah, no,
That
he had a
one.
bad
He
game.
actually had a good. He actually refed a good game. Like
Yeah.
despite all the abuse he got, he refed a good game.
Yeah.
Oh, the VAR fucked up.
Oh,
yeah.
Justin Fields interception. Woo! We lose.
And that was in the European. That was the
Bro, he was playing
Conference
so
League
Yeah,
good.
final.
Europa
He
Cup
was
final.
playing so
Which
good.
one
in the
was a
first half,
handball?
bro.
What?
Oh, Alonso goal. Remember Alonso goal at Madrid's ground?
Oh yeah, that was a bit of bullshit.
yeah.
We didn't speak about that because Werner scored afterwards.
yeah,
But I do remember that.
yeah.
Okay, but like it's not as frequently, I guess, because maybe we don't get the games as frequently. So maybe we don't know.
That's
Right,
true.
like-
I watch Champions League constantly. I can't think of any like
For years, there's nothing.
I just say the refereeing standard's better. VAR's used better.
Yeah,
That's
VAR
why
is
we
used
get on
very
English
well in
refereeing so
Champions
much.
League.
We see the improvement.
The last thing I can
VAR
remember
is
is
used very well in Champions League,
Yeah.
very well. But they
Not
take their
even
time too. I feel like everything is so rushed in the Premier League. Like there's just like they make a call, it's VAR. You get one video VAR on your
Sometimes.
TV screen,
and
and
slow
then it's
mo.
just
Yeah,
'Cause I remember like instances like Alonso's red card against Bayern.
yeah.
And
But
like
you're
they went
talking
to
about
VAR and
you're
within
talking
like 10
about-
seconds, like, nope, red, you're off.
You're talking about like, yeah, they just go. They move too quickly with it. I feel like if you're going to VAR, at least make sure you're communicating. Like I don't understand. Yesterday, like these Liverpool fans are having like they're talking about how it was like a lack of communication between the two referees.
No way, did
Like-
they? So that explains why VAR isn't used as effectively then.
Yeah, I actually saw this. Well, I heard about this
Yeah.
like this week after it. That's actually crazy.
Yeah.
That the league that's bringing in the most money doesn't have the best technology.
But it's
that's
not
doing it.
crazy when you actually think about it in terms of
No,
just
because then they lose
economically
control,
speaking.
bro. I get it. They lose control of the outcome, the way that these games are going. They have control over these things currently. Like they do. They have that shit under control pretty much. Like they can do as they please with these games pretty much.
Yeah, the
They
Premier
should
League
have
is a
been.
free-for-all, bro.
I mean, not for nothing. They should have already had it should have been like. It should be forced upon the leagues, is my point. Like, what is this governing body doing? Like, it should be forced. Like, what are we doing here? Like, what is UEFA? Like, what is UEFA even trying to do here? It should be forced upon these leagues to use the most updated technology. Like, I just don't get it. Like, why are we sitting here like this? Nothing's gonna ever change unless UEFA decides to make it change, bro. Because everybody
I'm trying
has
to find the
now they have
article.
the control over all of it. They have control over everything.
no
The only thing I can see is I see this page explaining some reasons why it wasn't brought in. Let me see if I can find it.
I remember the Bayern.
So Plus
Madrid game
is
when-
a relatively new technology and it's expensive to implement. The Premier League has said that it's waiting for the cost to come down before making the decision on whether to adopt it. You are a billion-dollar company. Shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
Complexity. Semi-automated offsides is a complex system and it requires a lot of training for officials to use it effectively. The Premier League is concerned that its officials may not
Maybe
be
if
ready
you
to
didn't
use
get
it yet.
incompetent
use this.
assholes as your goddamn dude, it can't be that hard to learn. It's a 6 months problem. It's a 6 month class at most. At most.
What's this last one?
What are we like that? Doesn't make
Accuracy. It's still under development, and there is some uncertainty about its accuracy. The Premier League wants to be sure that semi-automated offsides is reliable before it introduces it into the competition. It works fine everywhere. They have waffled their way through it.
Bro, they just waffled their way away from doing that shit, bro.
Waffle this. As long as we give a response, it doesn't matter. That's bullshit.
But see, that's the thing. That's the thing, man. They don't.
They waffled. They don't want to give away control of.
They couldn't. They just don't care. They don't care because their product is making
training.
Money.
Is extra money.
Exactly. It's just not. It's not, and it's not going to make them more money, Lewis. It's not going to make them more money if the refs are amazing or if they're even competent.
Keep that as well. Yeah, that's something we don't speak about a lot. Controversy creates cash. Just call
Thank
it what
you.
it is.
That's what I've said. That's what I've been saying for like 2 years now. Because I realize I'm getting way too pissed off. This is probably on purpose.
Yeah, like they like it this way. You got more people talking about it. You talk about how bad the refereeing is. You're talking about the Premier League.
I was like, there's no way they're this stupid. There's just no way. Like that goal yesterday, the Liverpool one, that's onside. Like you have to be. You're just not that stupid. Do we really think that they are that stupid?
Oh, it's happened before. Let's take us back to 2020 again when Lo Celso should have been sent off for a two-foot on Aspi. VAR looked at it, said it wasn't a red card, and then 20 minutes into the second half dropped a statement saying they made a mistake and he should have been sent off.
Maguire.
Now imagine we won that 2-1. Imagine Lo Celso gets an equalizer.
It's on purpose. It's on purpose to generate controversy.
Maguire and Batshuayi, same thing. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Kovacic's second yellow in the FA Cup final.
Yeah.
Where he tackled air and got sent off.
Yeah.
It's on purpose.
Harry Maguire, $1 million dream in the equator.
Nobody can be that stupid. Nobody can be that stupid where they're
the Carabao Cup final. Yeah, we don't even have to go that far back.
Rhys James at Anfield, red card for the handball that was clearly by his side, or at least unintentional.
I thought that was on his shoulder. But yeah, literally, just the Carabao Cup final.
Yeah, I was just about to say, that's the same exact situation. When you pulled this picture up on Twitter, I was like, thank you, Lewis, for saying this, because I'm saying
I don't understand as well.
Every single picture, like, this happened to us literally like about a year and a half ago. And Liverpool fans were just telling us to just deal with it. And now they're just sitting here.
Yeah, that's why I don't feel sorry for them, because that's what happens. The Super League united every fan base. The Super League united every fan base. This, if we tried to do a Super League protest, no, it would be like, oh, cry more Liverpool fans.
You know what I find mad?
You
know what I find mad as well about that Lukaku one and about the Diaz one as well? You're telling me that's the best angle you can get?
Yeah.
You're telling me with the Lukaku one, in the biggest stadium in England, that's the best angle that you can find?
Yeah.
That's the only angle of that chance. And say with the Diaz one, the best angle you can find is something that's on like a 90-degree or whatever it was tilt, or a 45-degree tilt. That's the best angle in the whole stadium you can find. Bullshit.
They do it on purpose. They do it on purpose. The sooner people realize that, and we can all just accept it. Because we aren't pulling our money, it's right. We're not all going to stop watching the Premier League because we all got a team in it. We can't move the league. So
save against West Ham.
There you go, another one, Chloe. Exactly. Like the food we just.
I remember the ghost goal. That was the first thing because I got into football 2 seasons afterwards.
Sheffield United.
When I came back and I looked at the ghost goal, was why was there only one angle?
Sheffield United. Every time I see Susek, I want to punch him in his goddamn mouth. Like, that's literally now every time.
That's not his fault. That's not his fault.
What do you mean it's not his fault? What do you mean it's not his fault?
It's not his fault. He did something against the rules, but didn't get punished for it. The same thing.
I want to punch him in his mouth.
I do the same thing, bro. Like, if I could get away with that, why wouldn't you?
Why would that?
Yeah. How did we forget about this in the same final?
Then you could get punched in the mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Completely forgot about that.
Yeah,
Chalobah took studs straight to the balls.
Bro, and the other thing is, too, it's like y'all have gotten away with stuff. Newcastle have gotten away with stuff. Newcastle have been screwed over. Man United have been screwed over. Man United have done shit that they should have got punished for. It's not like it's just one team that's getting picked on. Everyone gets screwed over. Sheffield United Villa during lockdown. that ghost goal when Sheffield United were battling to get into Europe and Villa.
No, but not for
goal.
nothing. I just find it funny that like the amount of times that we just brought up Liverpool in those scenarios.
It's hilarious.
It's
Yeah.
it's
A lot of Liverpool fans.
against us. It's been Liverpool against us, and we could bring up 5 times where some bullshit has happened.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Well, it's that. Yeah, it is that way, man.
So I don't feel bad.
No, I don't think Chelsea have been robbed more than most clubs because I could name a bunch of Newcastle examples. You could name a bunch of Man City examples if you wanted to dig for it. You could name a bunch. Like,
yeah, we just
everyone
know
is-
Chelsea's more than anyone else's.
Exactly. That's all it is. That's all it is. But
A lot
yeah,
of
you guys have been screwed over a lot. Of course, everyone has, bro. Like it's the and that's the
We
problem.
might
That's
talk
why-
about Nani's red card against Madrid back in the day.
right.
Arsenal
I mean,
fans talk about
yeah.
the vampires.
I got another one for your
Man City, Liverpool. That handball on the line in the year.
I got another one for your soundboard, Lewis. You got to get the disgrace, the Drogba disgrace.
It's a disgrace. Yes.
Disgrace.
It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace.
Let me see if I can find that. If I can find that, we'll bring that up. I need a short one.
You know how quickly I looked up that referee's name after the whole Barcelona got.
I need to get some without the commentary over the top.
Fuck that game.
And see the comments right there. Not Newcastle, Steve. Everyone has been done more. That's why we would never, ever, ever, ever be able to try a Super League protest where everyone unites behind saying "fuck the Super League."
Nah, there's too
that
many,
right there is
it's too
exactly why.
It's way too tribal.
Exactly why. Because
nobody
we
likes
nobody
each other enough.
Yeah.
Nobody likes each other.
Everyone's
enough
too busy
to be able to
laughing
get
at the club that
anything
dropped
crazy
points.
Or saying that no, you didn't get screwed over. We got screwed over worse.
Yeah.
That's literally what it is. So yeah, that's why this referee.
I can say Liverpool got robbed, but I want to see Liverpool's energy when we get fucked over.
Yeah, they won't.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Bro, I was.
You want to know how? You want to know how I know they won't? Because they're over there. They were there last week talking shit about how Malo Gusto's tackle was a red card, and then Curtis Jones does nearly the same exact thing,
Bro,
and gets a red card, and now that red card is a highway robbery. And the red card that they were telling us last week that our red card was justified. So I don't want to hear
on that, by the way, am I the only one who doesn't understand why they're complaining on that red card?
I have no idea why they're complaining. If letter of the law, like I already complained about Gusto, and if that Gusto's a red card, I'm not complaining about any more red cards. Now I understand what the rule is. That's all it comes down to.
Just be consistent.
It's not even that. It's like if Basuma doesn't kind of like roll his leg or like roll his body, and so his leg kind of moves during the challenge, there's a chance he breaks his leg there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how are you complaining about that?
Yeah.
That's a leg breaker.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, "That's a straight red." Sorry.
Bro, that's the thing. Because I didn't watch the game.
Just annoyed about the offside over anything.
I was hearing about it in the group chat, and I saw some people say, "Oh, that's not a red card." So I was expecting it to be like not that thing. I then saw it in that evening, like while I was chilling, just going out against field. I saw it on Twitter, and I had to stop watching it. It made me squeamish.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, like there's a chance he breaks
studs
his
up
leg
to the fucking ankle. That's a red. That's a red. It's not that hard to fucking see that.
You're endangering the.
If a Newcastle player did that, I'd be like, bro, that's really bad. Like that's a sending.
That's what I'm saying.
It's dangerous and reckless.
Yeah.
Dangerous and reckless. That was a red all day, every day. You can win the ball and be dangerous and reckless while you're doing
the one foul that if they want to complain about is the first Jota foul. I'm okay with that, but that's only because Jota was an idiot, though. Like you don't do that. You just don't do that, bro. Like, you just don't go behind. Like, you don't cut across someone from behind and expect a ref, if the person falls, expect the ref not to give you a yellow card. Like, if you're cutting across someone from behind, that's going to happen every single time. Like, every single time you're going to get called for a yellow. Like, it's just literally like you set this up for yourself. Like, you literally set yourself up for that.
Yeah.
Danish Maldini, I've played football, not at any high level, but yeah, no. It's a red all day. That doesn't even matter. We haven't. So wait,
Danish Maldini. Danish Maldini. I agree with you 110%. In my day, a tackle like that, when I was playing, a tackle like that would not be considered a red card.
But we're not back in the day no more.
No,
That's
it barely would be a yellow in some
NFL. In the NFL, certain things wouldn't be penalized. In the NBA,
let me finish, bro. Steve, let me finish, bro. You're not getting my point. My point is that the way that they've written this rule, it's a red card. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way that they've written the rule currently, it's just a red card. And I don't believe it's a red card. Bro, I've made tackles like that my entire life playing football. My entire life. But like this day and age, if that Gusto's a red, so is Curtis Jones.
Yeah, just be consistent. Yeah, it's true. They changed the rules. Yeah, and it's gone softer a little bit, but still, it's still a red. It's still a red.
It's definitely gone softer.
I personally disagree, like on the softer bit, because like what's like this, I don't understand. Like, so this is where I don't get the point, because like
Scott,
what's a red?
It's still a red, but it's gone softer. It's still
no, bro, if you get ball first,
you say he got ball first, like.
I'm not talking specifically Curtis Jones.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking specifically Curtis Jones, but I'm talking if you get ball first, and then the follow through is into a player because a player is running onto the ball but you got the ball first. You're just asking that's not a red card. In my opinion, that's not a red. But that would be like a normal yellow card if you went through somebody. Like, it's normal. But nowadays, they made it a red. And that's just what it comes out to.
Just endangering
I think that's a red, bro. That's a red. I'm sorry. That's dangerous, bro. It's dangerous and reckless.
Again, like, the thing I was going to say is, like, it does get to a point where, like, and this isn't aimed at you, Joe, saying the more aimed at people say that it isn't a red. It's like a case of, like, where's the lengths you have to go to for that to be a red? Does he have to break his leg? Like, like, let's use the Jones one.
I understand.
In that situation, you have to break his leg for it to be a red. Like, is that the line we're at? Like, it has to be a leg break, so someone has to be out for months, potentially years, depending on how bad it is.
Or ever again.
Yeah, ever if it doesn't heal properly, for that to be a red card. That to me, I just find it like that stuff a bit odd.
Yeah. I was gonna say
it was a bad tackle.
The ball.
Very, very bad tackle. You should not be tackling with your studs up like that. Going upward. Downward, I can hear it.
Yeah, because anything can happen. That's true.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't give a fuck.
I think we're all like, 25 or 24 or older, right? So, like I said, it was back in the day. I feel like a lot of those tackles, they got away with it. Yeah, with it being yellow.
But that's just all sports.
Definitely was a soft
that's
red
all
cam.
Sports. All sports have got
soft cam. It was definitely a soft red cam. I feel you.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with you, Steve. Yeah, all sports have changed like that. They've gone a little
less physical.
They go face. They're trying to be safer, bro. Like that's.
But you know what the screwed up thing is? What I don't understand is, yeah, it has gotten. Why is everybody getting injured more? Yeah, if the game is getting softer, why are there more injuries? It seems like.
I mean, that just can't be explained. Maybe just it just happens.
Hey Cam, how injured is Saka, brother? You were telling us how he got injured yesterday. I didn't hear anything on Twitter about how he was injured.
Shout out Cam.
Yeah.
Bro, Arteta's
You would think the nutrition has gotten better too. I don't know why there's so many more injuries. Actually, that's actually a good point.
Oh shit!
It's down to more
Big up,
games. It's
Andrew.
like it's because of the
Yeah.
amount of games that there
Big
is.
up,
Big up,
Like,
Andrew.
it's more stress on the body. Like when you're playing, like we're getting to a point where you like, especially come next year when you have the Club World Cup as well, you're going to be getting some teams having to play and some players having to play anywhere close to around 70 games in a season, particularly if they go far in certain competitions. That's insane.
That's not normal.
Bro, I heard
That,
something
it's
about
nearly,
the
it's
Club
nearly the
World
equivalent.
Cup. Yo,
Just
I
before-
heard something about the Club World Cup or one of these tournaments having a game, 2 games on the same day or some shit like that.
Oh
Or,
yeah,
like back-to-back
It's-
days or some shit like
City
that.
has
It's getting to the point where you're nearly playing 2 full league seasons in a single season. Like
Yeah.
in terms of the amount of games you're playing, and that's insane.
Yeah,
Absolutely
I think
insane.
Man
When you
U
think
last
about it
year-
like that, it's
I think
insane.
Man U last year played like 58 or 60 games, and Manchester City played, I think, nearly 70.
Yeah. Liverpool in their season when they almost won the quadruple or whatever, they had fucking how many games?
Oh, they had hella, yeah,
68, I think.
something like that. Something crazy. But I would think that nutrition and medical technology has gotten better too. But that doesn't. It doesn't.
Right.
Yeah, it's still you're just still taking the game amount into account. So makes sense.
Danish Maldini, the Club World Cup is going to be like they're going to extend the Club
Summer
World
tournament.
Cup a little bit, where they're going to have, I think it's going to be a 4 or 8 team tournament
Oh, it's more than that.
now.
It's like
gonna be more than
32,
that?
I think.
Yeah.
It's something like
No
it's like
way.
33 teams. That's why we're in
I
it.
thought it was 8 this year.
No.
No, so normally it's like
Oh,
a
wait,
6
yeah,
to 8.
This year
Yeah,
it's
normally it's like an 8 team tournament.
Yeah, I thought it was
like when-
8. But they're
Yeah.
switching it to a 32
We're coming back for it.
Yeah, as of next year, it's going to be 32. It's going to be like a proper, like almost World Cup style tournament.
Yeah.
And it's got like hang on, let me see if I can go and find the clubs. Because like it's like I want to say it's
Bro,
something
that's
like
when we play all these young Brazilians next year. We play all of them during that tournament, bro.
Exactly.
2020.
David
Oh,
Washington,
2025 summer
David
content is
Washington,
gonna hit good,
Golden
man.
Boot winner.
Transfer
Joe.
content
Washington,
and
Golden
Club
Boot
World
winner
Cup.
of
Let's
Club
go.
World Cup.
Let's
Joey,
go.
just for an example, right? So this is the run of teams you've got this for the Club World Cup, like this year or just gone or whatever it was. So you've got a team from CONMEBOL, whoever the winner of the Libertadores is. You've got City, which is the Champions League winner. You've got a team from the AFC, from the African Champions League. You've got a team from the Asian Champions League. Sorry, a team from the African.
Yeah,
Yep, Asian. I was
You've
about
got a
to say
team
it.
from the CONCACAF Champions League, and then you've got a team from Oceania, and you've got a team from Saudi Arabia. Those are the teams.
Yeah.
Next year, so 2025, you've got 4 teams from Asia, you've got 4 teams from Africa, 4 teams from CONCACAF, you've got 6 teams from the
Bro, if we
CONMEBOL.
get to
We've got hang on, it gets worse. Wait, hang on a second, it gets worse. You've got 1 team from Oceania still for some reason, 1 team from CONCACAF, which is an extra as a host, 12 teams from UEFA.
respect.
if we don't get into Europe next year, we're still gonna be good. We got plenty
Yeah, we're
of
still going to be
games
in that tournament as well. We could finish outside of Europe again, and we'll still be in that tournament. That's bro, it's fucking insane.
That might be too many games, son, if we add Europe to that, bro.
Danish Maldini, you're right. That's what I was thinking. Squad game,
We'll have to
baby.
start the league season late or something,
Probably.
unless it starts in June.
These dudes.
They
Let me
can't
tell
sign
you
June,
this.
they
Let me
need
tell
that
you this.
holiday.
I actually think players are underpaid. To be honest,
What?
I think they're underpaid.
You know what? They're not underpaid.
Hey.
No, they're under vacation. They only get 3 weeks.
Yeah,
They
they don't get enough
Don't get
time
no
off.
They should get like at least like 5 weeks vacation. They only get 3 weeks max in the summer.
Yeah, that I could understand, but I don't think they're underpaid.
I think they're underpaid.
No, not underpaid.
70 games in a fucking year, bro, with all the
Oh,
training.
it's gonna be
travel
if
and
we
all
get
that
into
shit.
Europe, if we get
They're
into
still a
Europe
massive
with
wages.
that,
Oh yeah,
if
yeah,
we
yeah.
get into Europe with that, bro, we will need a 30-man squad, like 100%.
Yeah, but that's 2 years away.
Oh, that's 2 years.
We
away,
got
not
time
next
to build
year.
that. Yeah, right now we ain't there. I wouldn't want the Club World Cup to be next week or something. No. But 2 years, it's a good time.
Dude, this shit is crazy, bro. Shit is nuts.
What are y'all saying about the Champions League this week? What are y'all saying?
What are the games? I need to figure out what watch we're doing.
We got PSG baby at home.
Oh yeah, we'll do Newcastle PSG.
Steve, I'm putting money on y'all, son.
What?
I'm putting money on y'all.
Early kickoffs stink.
I'm putting money on y'all.
Early kickoffs are decent. Braga,
probably
is okay. Sociedad, Salzburg.
United, Galatasaray, Lens, Arsenal. Yeah,
Galatasaray are gonna win that. I think they'll win that.
Hopefully they do.
Wednesday, Atletico Madrid final. That might be.
That's a good game.
Napoli.
I might do an early watch along for that one.
Real Madrid.
Leipzig City.
Inter Benfica. Dortmund AC Milan.
Napoli, Real Madrid's the one though.
Yeah, I heard about that. Champions League format's changing next year.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like a table now.
It's 48. No, I'm.
That's 48. I think. Yeah,
48 teams. I thought it was.
Yep, next year's 48 team table.
Oh, that's insane. To be fair, I don't
you're
think
playing the same amount of games. You're just not playing the same teams as frequently.
I was about to say actually,
there's going to be many different teams that you're going to end up playing.
Yeah.
So it's like you end up playing like you'll play like you'll play 6 different teams throughout in the group stages. Like
I think it's 5 or 6 different teams you play. So you don't actually you don't play more games, but you play. Oh no, you do play an extra 2 games. Sorry, you play an extra 2 games because you play 6 teams. But you're not going to play every team that's in there. So you can end up playing 6 shitters, or you can play 6 great teams. I think I don't know how they.
You're going to play 8. You're going to play 8 games. Top 8
Is it
go
8
through.
Games?
Top 8, yeah. Top 8 go through, and then there's a playoff between the 9th and 24th team, which will then. The winners of that then go in to make the last 16 and some shit like that. So
Jesus Christ, it's even more than I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not.
It is bigger, and you will have a couple more games. Like I think it's 2 more games. It's 8, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
and it's going to start sooner. It's going to start sooner.
It's in a league format. It's in a league format. You play 8 random teams. Top 8 go through.
Is top 5 UCL this year then? Not top 4? Top 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But
depending on where.
So, like, if we qualify, I don't know if let's say Newcastle finished 5th, I don't know if that's going to be a.
I think for us to not, I genuinely think for us to not get the 5th spot, because it is on coefficient. I think for us to not get the top spot, I think all of the English teams would have to go out of the group stage or something like that. Like we'd all have to go out. All the English teams would have to go out hella early, like before, like the French teams, Spanish teams, things like that.
Oh, okay.
Which I don't think is happening. So we're almost guaranteed to get that 5th spot.
For sure. Okay. Just depends on that. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Where do the teams that we have land at the end of the year as well as what it ends up coming down to, pretty much, because for instance, if say Manchester United drops to Europa League and they end up winning Europa League.
They probably will, to be honest.
Or getting to the final or something like that, then it still counts as that. It's just based off of where you end up, or throughout the European competition will determine the coefficient numbers for who gets the 5th spot in the end of the year.
Oh, got you. Okay. That makes sense. Just depending on a lot of factors. Okay.
I can't find your comment.
Cool. No worries.
Right, we're gonna have to wrap up the stream anyway, though, because I've got to get ready for Back Again pod. That's going to be in 5 minutes. We didn't lose this week, so I can come on a bit of smoke. Big up everybody that's locked in. We might be back tomorrow, depending on news, but if not, we'll be back for the live review. Maybe tomorrow night, but likely Tuesday. Likely going to be Tuesday. But big up everybody that's locked in. Hit the like button, subscribe. Who are we redirecting to? I don't even know. North side. We'll redirect to North side. Everybody head over there. Big up, like, subscribe, and tell them congratulations that Havertz scored. Tell them congratulations. Big up, everybody.